Give me a D and a G. It's the Dawg Gus Show. It's the Dawg Gus Show.
Welcome to the Dawg Gus Show.
Now on Be Kind Radio.
Absolument.
Qu'est-ce qu'on fait ce soir?
We're going to talk with Runaway Kit.
What's up, guys? A great setup. I love it. Seeing all five of you sitting like that uncomfortably. It's perfect.
Do you often have this many people?
I think we've only...
I can't remember the last time we had
Rocket
five.
Engine was in here, and we had them in here for five. I think there was five of them sitting behind. Like, I don't remember.
No, there was four, and there was like two in the front and then two in the back on other chairs. They had to share the microphone. Yeah, that was kind of
It was. We never did that style again.
Yeah.
But yeah. For listeners discovering Runaway Kit for the first time, who are you, and how did the band come together?
So we thought of the name because, well, personally, I like to run away. So what would I bring with me? And I feel like everybody else...
Just to be clear, though, run away from her problem.
But life, problems, all the same thing.
Good band.
But what would you bring with you when you're running away from your life and problems, right?
I actually came up with the name, though, and there might have been some psychedelic drugs involved, but yeah, that was kind of the genesis of it, and it stuck, I think, I guess.
Nice. I'm glad you wrote it down or something, because you were on a mushroom.
Yeah, seriously.
You're on a mushroom trip and you decided not to write it down. You wouldn't have forgot it.
And then you're trying to translate your writing. It's like, what the hell does this say? Let's just go with this.
Sidebar. I once was on a mushroom trip and we did it. We called a rural or an urban safari. So we basically did mushrooms and then went around the city and like went into different bars and we documented it. It is a tremendous read, a really good read.
I would like to see David Attenborough narrating.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that would trip me right out.
That would be so awesome.
I love that we got onto psychedelics. That's wonderful.
Yeah, just to start it off,
Right
right?
there immediately.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't mess around. So.
No, they just jump right in. And they've already answered question number 2 already, so I don't know what to do now. So your website asks, what if I just drove? What does it mean? What does the idea mean to each of you?
No, the website asks, what if I just
drove? Yeah. I wrote it right.
Well,
I can read English.
I have some commentary on that. I know Tiffany doesn't have a car right now.
I'm the one that wrote that.
And she really
I don't have the car.
really wants a car. So if you could just like drive away and go and buy Pokemon figures and
That's not the only reason.
antiques and things like that.
Not the only reason.
sales. So that's what she wants to run away from.
Yeah, she's manifesting a car by using that on the website.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
somebody
thought,
help her
I
with
was
a
gonna
car.
Make fun of
Yeah,
everybody else,
set
but
her up.
everyone seems to be making fun of me.
That's hilarious. If each band member had to put 3 things in their personal runaway kit, what would they be?
Start out from...
Start from this
Yeah.
side. Definitely my PS5, my cat, and then probably a piano.
That's a
Piano.
That's a big bag.
That's a good
It's
runaway
amazing.
kid.
Well, I have like a small keyboard. Sorry,
And-
not a full size. Like my portable one that comes with batteries that I can just
Okay.
whip
Yeah,
I was
out
just
of-
say you're not going to run very far with that kit.
Yeah, a PS2, a dump truck, and and my
I
cat.
can strap it to a horse or something. Like in
There
the
you go.
event.
Fair. I love this.
I'd probably bring my guitar, maybe a bottle of wine. trying to think of something else. Maybe
Another
like a
bottle of
Pokemon
wine.
stuffy for like good measure, you know?
Yeah.
Pillow at the same.
But you have to pick one.
Probably like the Psyduck one. A Psyduck Pokemon stuffy.
There you go.
Bring that.
Get very
Nice.
specific.
Yeah, why?
Me would probably be a few joints, some kind of booze, and my cat. Yeah.
You're taking the cat on
Great minds think
adventures?
alike.
I would definitely bring just my phone just for music. A very comfortable pair of shoes, because if I'm going to be running away, you have to be comfortable.
This guy.
Wait, does that mean we're
What else?
listeners?
One more. You're missing one.
Do the shoes have to be part of the kit, though?
I would say a chess set just for entertainment on that point. I get to meet people, and while I'm running away on that point, you're gonna have to meet strangers. Entertainment.
So he's a smart one.
You said we nerds.
Did you say a chess set?
Chess set, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
Just because I felt like whenever I've gone to vacation, I've always met people playing chess, and that's always
I'm just for the audience. Don't ever play him in chess.
No, we're not. We're not good
Fair.
at chess.
I still haven't beat my brother, so I probably wouldn't be able to beat him.
Bring one to the next gig.
Yeah,
Bring a chat sec to the next gig.
that'd be good. Yeah, yeah.
What about you, Duncan?
I guess I'd take my sax and the guitar, probably a stack of cash or something. Definitely not my phone.
Well, well, it's good that you're going to be bringing cash, because I mean, nobody else is bringing anything that's really of use other than the.
I brought shoes.
Other
Lots
than the
of
chest.
fashion.
Yes, the shoes are a smart
The
move.
weird question, the follow up question there is, why aren't you wearing your shoes?
Yeah, that's true. Shouldn't we all be bringing shoes?
Be
My-
uncomfortable.
No, but
with
this is my
shoes.
point though. Like, what's in the kit and what's just part of your,
Yeah,
Well, he's
fair.
got a spare pair of shoes for when the first ones wear down too much from running, right?
But I think you could still carry some stuff with you in your pockets and on your person and have the kit as well.
We'll ask the questions here.
Yeah.
I think that's wise. Yeah.
And don't
Real-
speculate. Just answer the questions.
Yeah.
Jesus. All right.
Stick the facts, man.
Yeah, man. Come on. This is this is hard hitting journalism right here.
Dragnet.
Dragnet. Just the facts, man.
Yeah.
What makes Runaway Kit different from every other rock band coming out of Ottawa right now? That's right.
We
The
have a saxophone player.
saxophone.
Well played.
And that definitely adds a lot to it because like everybody has a guitar soloist, but we have a sax soloist. So
Indeed, you do.
I would say though, I think like your sort of stage presence, Tiffany, and your machismo, charisma,
Machismo.
whatever you
Machismo.
want to call it.
Alternative rock Shakira, I think.
No, and actually, and I don't know if you guys know this, we are unofficially Ottawa's lesbian band.
Fair enough.
I have
Well,
a
I
lot
mean,
of friends.
this is the
I have a
this
lot
is
of
the
queer friends.
this is the best first 7 minutes we've ever had. On
So
the show.
many questions going all around.
It's incredible.
I told
How
you
did-
guys not to have me on here.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's fine.
Don't
Hey,
bring
I mean, if you're
They love
it
it.
is Pride Month, so happy to accommodate the lesbian group of Ottawa.
I have to add on the fact that they have a sax player, but he also wears cool hats.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah,
Exclusively, yeah.
But not today, apparently.
yeah.
Yeah.
it's like
Today
no
he
hat
decided
to it.
not to wear one for our show.
He doesn't
And I
have
don't-
his sax. He doesn't need. If he
You have
doesn't
a
have his
hat over
sax,
there.
he doesn't have his hat.
Well, he
I don't
brought
know.
one.
Now
he's
I'm
just not wearing
speculating.
it.
There wasn't even on the couch.
This is quite the start. I love this.
Yeah.
How did each member find their way into the band?
I could
Start with you, yeah.
Yeah, well, I've been playing music for a long time, but Kyle and I started dating and we started jamming out and wanted to have like a whole band after that. We went to an open mic night and we met Noemi there. She was also playing bass, but seemed like she knew how to play piano. So I asked her if she would be our piano player.
And I was like, yeah, actually, piano's my main instrument. How did you know? I'll show up next Wednesday.
And she's been here ever since.
Nice.
Martin's the best one.
Will I say it? Or?
Yeah, do you want to say it?
He's gonna
Yeah,
tell
I
his
want
own
you
origin
to say
story.
the origin
Yeah.
story.
So before meeting everyone here, I had never played drums before, and I came to a house party for a friend's birthday, and I just found the drum set downstairs, started playing on that, and then everybody was just convinced me, like, you stay on the drums, you're going to jam for the next 3 hours. And I had to tell everybody at the party that I had never played drums before, only played rock band really, really too much. And
Like,
that's how it just
You also get
progressed.
like 99% on expert. And I was like, and you need to play some real drums here.
And that's how that started. And then we've just been jamming since on that point. That was about 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I just kind of woke up here. I think they kidnapped you. somewhere.
That's how you find your sax players. Yeah, it's the little drummer. You gotta.
They had little desserts and stuff, and he followed them and said, "We need a sax player."
Yeah, exactly.
It's
Yeah, we got
hats.
it.
It's
That's
a
it.
trail of hats.
Yeah, trail of nice, cool hats.
That's where he got them from. I like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
So Naomi, so what they're saying here, what I'm catching from this whole thing is, do you play bass like a piano player?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because like
yeah,
she was
I do.
playing bass, and they're like, "Can you
Yeah.
play piano?" So I don't know.
Yeah, that maybe she's not a very good bass player.
Well, but she plays it like a
No,
piano.
no, I'm not actually. But well, let me preface it with the people I was playing with. It was some friends of mine that wanted to play what I like to call sad girl songs. So like very slow pop music that has 4 chords. So the bass is just 4 notes that you play very slowly one after the other. So I was like, that I can do, no problem.
A shout out though for the Sad Girl open mic or what it's
Oh
called.
yeah, it's called the Sad Girl Cafe. It's an open mic in Ottawa that happens once a month. I forget the name of the place, but if you look
It's
it up
on Gladstone.
on Gladstone downtown
Gladstone,
ish,
Preston.
and they do an open mic once a month where they want people and bands who feature women as the leads. So that's
Nice.
where I was there supporting one of my friends who's a singer, and then Tiffany was playing and Cal was accompanying her, and then yeah, I liked their vibe. Like what they played was pretty cool, but I think they overheard me telling our pianist, because we actually had a piano with us as well, and then she was asking me like, "Oh, which chords am I playing?" And I was showing her stuff. So they're like, "Oh, seems like she knows the piano."
And I wasn't saying you're a bad bass player.
Yeah, you
I
were.
want to go back on that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
big time.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're not supposed.
I'm
We're
way
not supposed to
better.
insult our guests.
We don't insult guests.
We're not supposed to.
That's not true.
Podcasting 101. Do not insult the guests
11 minutes.
unless you're Howard Stern.
Oh, yeah,
Oh.
fair. But even him, like, come
Yeah,
on.
well.
What is he talented with, you know?
Oh,
got
good hair.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
From a bald guy, he's got pretty good hair.
Fair. You're up, aren't you?
I am not up.
I thought we was a visit.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the moment when you realized that this wasn't just a hobby anymore? Or is it still a hobby?
I don't think it's a hobby.
I don't think it's just a hobby.
It's like a group project every week. We do this.
It's kind of, well, I mean, we're all a little bit older. I'm probably the oldest, but we have careers and stuff like that. But I played music when I was younger, and I kind of got away from it. And getting to play music with like good people and specifically like making music, I think probably the first time we played one of my favorite places. I won't speak for the band, but Rainbow Bistro, and like just kind of seeing people at our shows enjoying themselves. Some of our friends or new people, and then you're like, oh, this is kind of fun. We put on a show at Club Saw January of this year, and we organized it, and it with another great band, GRFN. We're playing with them on June 14th, so I'm plugging that. I think at that moment I was like, oh yeah, this is like more than just our friends are coming out, more than just our friends are enjoying this, and like it's just really fun to play on stage. So I don't know if you guys have anything to add.
I feel like, yeah, when we started organizing shows, after we did a couple of them, then it become like less of a hobby and more of like a weekly group project, basically.
Yeah, this has moved very fast from when I started.
Yeah, he was on the rock band drums. He's like, I guess I'm in a band, guys.
2 years
That's
later,
cool.
No, I mean, like more recently though, we did some recording at Raven Street Studios, and it was like such an experience. And I think I was like, oh wow, like hearing the outputs of all of the years of work was like, oh, this is really neat.
That was the eye-opening moment for us all.
Yeah, largely we did some recording, but we actually had a sponsor for the recordings that we did.
Oh yeah, that's fair.
It was just a girl. You kind of know her,
Laura.
But she came to our show and really, really enjoyed it. And she was like, you got to get your music out there. Like, I'll sponsor you guys. And she like put forward like a few $1,000s for us to record music. So that was pretty incredible.
Yeah.
And also to have someone that interested. So it must mean something.
Lovely.
Yeah.
Shout out to Raven Street. Jake there, who was our engineer, was incredible. That was such a great experience. Gladly love to go back there at some point.
Yeah, we've heard good things about Raven Street from the folks that have recorded there.
Yeah. Yeah. No, we've I mean, most of them are pretty awesome, but that's we've definitely heard many good things there. Who's most likely to get lost on tour?
That's me. It's me. And sometimes people follow me and I just don't know where I'm going. And then they're like, where are we going? I was like, I don't know. We're just going in this direction.
It's funny because usually the person that's getting lost is sure of where they're going, and they're just going in the wrong place. Yeah, but people like follow you because you are confident in where you're going, but you're definitely going. It's true. It's true in all cases, actually.
I'm waiting for someone to like take
I'd
over.
get lost probably. Yeah.
You would get lost a lot because you always seem to think you know what you're doing.
Yeah. It's confidence.
Yeah, very, very exudes confidence. I would follow him thinking he knows where he's going, and we're lost.
We're in a bad part.
But yeah, we're not where we're supposed to be. Yeah. What's the biggest lesson you've learned from playing together?
These are tough questions. I don't even think
I'm
about
happy
this.
to go, but I'll let you guys go first.
I mean, I could say for me, the biggest lesson I've learned is to give each instrument their place, like in songs. Because in previous bands, I had mostly played covers. So it's just you play what's already been recorded. So you know what instrument's supposed to play when. But when it came to our creative process, and I think being in the studio again with Jake was kind of eye-opening because we told him, hey, give us some feedback. And one of the pieces of feedback he had was like, whatever the singer's singing, like we all need to tone it down a little bit. And I thought that was kind of cool. And then when we're writing songs together, like one of my favorite songs that we have is called One Step. We just finished recording it, but it's got a really cool like passing of the ball, if you will, between the saxophone, the bass, and the piano in the background. So it's like we each take our spotlight one at a time. And I think that that's something I had never really done before in a band.
Yeah, I feel like when you're first starting out, the tendency to just like everybody wants to play all the time because it's fun, but like it doesn't necessarily sound good. It's just everybody playing the same thing. So you have to like stray away from that and give other people a chance.
I think for me, it's just like anything else. Like if you're doing a project at work or something, or working with people, you have a bunch of different personalities and everybody's wants to be heard, and you have to figure out how to work together. The net result is usually great, but sometimes it takes like, I don't know, knowing when not to play. I think as a bass player is probably the thing that I'm trying to teach myself is like, you don't always have to be doing sweet fills, and sometimes just keeping in the pocket and holding the beat is important. So yeah,
I would say for myself, confidence and growth on that, because I think like we've really grown as like a band really quickly over the past like year and a half on that, and just knowing exactly when we should be playing, when we should not, have the confidence to say and talk to each other about like what's working in a song and what's not. But really, like, hey, we have something here.
Yeah.
Let's keep exploring this, and it's been working well so far.
I think learning how to communicate too, because
Yeah.
like some of us like Duncan and you guys are theory based. I
Yeah.
kind of play by ear. It's a
Mhm.
bit of a mess. So, trying to figure out how to make that work together.
But
Yeah.
And I
I
just
think-
want the song to be catchy. So
Mhm.
I don't really.
you got that.
That's all they want.
I played
Fair.
in lots of different bands, so I don't have a great answer.
You like us the most, though, right? We're your favorite band.
Of course.
It's
So-
recorded now.
It's, it's worth noting though that he enjoys playing with us, but he's also going to be playing with Mecca of Stank at Blues Fest.
Yeah.
Well, good for you. They're great guys.
Yeah.
And gals now,
Mark,
because they've changed up the lineup. a
Mark
little bit.
was our first guest
Okay.
ever, 220 episodes ago.
Plus, yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, he was like, "Do you guys do interviews?" And we're like,
He sparked the idea.
"Yeah."
Let's just say
And
that.
we have him to
Oh,
thank.
that's fun.
Yeah, we love them. They're
Yep.
and love them as
Good.
musicians, and they're great people.
They're-
So that'll be super cool for you to be on the stage with
Well,
them.
Blues Fest, man. Come on.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not very jealous, Duncan.
Yeah. Well, if you
You'd
could,
say that-
I mean,
that's probably
saxophone
like
players, those saxophone
Yeah,
players.
exactly.
It's probably
Charmers.
a goal of ours to play Blues Fest one day as Runaway Kit.
Yeah.
That's, you know what?
Yeah.
You've just done what Gus loves, and you're manifesting it, so it's
Hey,
going to happen.
It's out there, baby.
Yeah, it's out there. Let's make it happen.
Yeah, I like that a lot.
Yep, we sure
Um,
do. We do. We do love a lot of manifesting.
Who brings the initial ideas, and how do they evolve as a group?
I feel like I bring the initial ideas most of the time anyway, and then we kind of just go off those. I feel like all of us, when we're bringing initial ideas, don't necessarily love the criticism right away. I know I don't. These guys don't. We're probably the most argumentative of everyone. But I feel like we're all open to it. So like we start with that. People put their ideas in. We sit with them, and then it just slowly evolves into a song. So
No, and I think we do have to give a shout out to somebody that used to play with the band.
Yes.
Yeah.
Heather O'Neill. No longer
Brian.
O'Brien.
You
Sorry,
know,
some Irish
last name.
name. She used to play with us, and she was like sort of not someone with a trained background or anything, but she would come with really good song ideas and really good lyrics. And like two of our songs she wrote, or she's credited for that and everything. But and she would come to us and just sort of hum the melody and sing the lyrics, and we would come together and try to turn that into music. And so sometimes it's a groove, sometimes it's a lyric or a melody. And I think actually just before we got on the call, we had some time to kill. And Tiff had a new song that she was working on, and she had it printed out on sheets, and we went down and grooved it out, and it started turning into something. So it's kind of like, I would say organic might be the characterization.
I would add that also that each one of us has like a different influence in music on that point as well. Like I feel like I more listen to like the alternative stuff and indie stuff. Like Noemi, I think you're more into like the new metal scene.
Like
what
new
you're-
metal, hard rock.
Yeah. So we bring like each a different element to each one of the songs, and I feel like when we find that middle ground, that all of us are like, yes, this works.
Mm.
I feel
It also makes sure that like
Mhm.
a lot of our songs sound different
Yeah.
Mhm.
because we're trying to. I feel like that's what a lot of bands get into.
No more C-sharp minors.
Yep, most of the songs sounding the same over and over again, right? Because you're just reusing those same patterns or rhythms.
same
so-
ideas as
yeah.
well. It's good to always have different ideas to throw back and bounce
Mhm.
around.
Yeah, and I think just to add a little bit to that, we all have such a range of different sort of tastes, but I think we played a Miley Cyrus song at our last gig. See You Again. It's like from the old Miley days, but like, man, it rocks though. And so when
Yeah,
you
you're
get,
like, I like it.
when,
actually.
when you get open your mind a little bit, it's I've discovered some music that I maybe wouldn't thought I liked. So yeah.
and play too.
Yeah.
How'd the crowd react to it?
Yeah.
There was a lot of young
The lesbian.
There was a lot of kids were like, "Oh, I know this song."
Right on. I didn't know they did this song. I thought it was Miley. So tell us about Wired World. What inspired that song?
That one was a song I wrote a long time ago. We changed up the chords and added to it. But originally, I wrote the lyrics to that song while on an acid trip. So
Back to psychedelic, where we
got
started.
back to psychedelics. I was looking at a world map, and I was like, everything is connected through the phone lines. And then it just kind of like came about. Like I started jamming a song to that, and then now it's evolved so much later down the road. This is like probably 6 years ago.
That's hilarious. 20 minutes, 2
We're
psychedelic
funny, we're
comments.
good
Yeah,
people.
we've
Yeah.
talked psychedelia twice in 20 minutes. That's a new record
Is
for
it my
us.
shirt? Is it the shirt? Is it the shirt, bro? Maybe it's
I
bringing
think
it
it's
out.
the
That's
shirt.
the
It's the shirt.
I feel like at one point we're going to hit every psychedelic
Yeah.
drug.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, that time when we were on mescaline. No,
Peyote.
yeah,
Yeah.
Nothing like a mescaline. What do you hope listeners take away from your music?
Put your phone down for a minute.
Yeah, for
phones.
that song, I guess. But I don't know. I just want them to enjoy the music and sing along. I think that's
Nice.
like probably the biggest compliment if people are like jamming out, singing along while you're playing your songs.
Well, and I think like, I'm really proud of the recording that we've done so far, but I do think that like we're somewhat of a band that you would see live because I think a lot of our songs are songs that kind of make you want to dance or just groove because I don't really dance that well. I think that and we just seeing people have fun and I think just kind of having fun and being carefree and but having a little bit of depth to the songs. And if you really sit down and listen to it, there's like maybe something to think about.
Yeah, I want people to like relate to the lyrics. I'm very much like the type of singer that wants to make sure I'm enunciating properly while I'm singing. It doesn't happen all the time, but I try my
Sometimes there's
best.
chicken gravy. in lyrics.
Yeah, I did have a lyric that was choking craving, but they said that I was sounding like I was saying chicken gravy.
It's going to be our next video.
Chicken gravy?
Chicken gravy. What?
Yeah.
Now, speaking of dance moves, we just did a little video to show off our new shirts, and those were sick dance moves, let me tell you.
Mm.
I'll have to check.
It's like posing. I don't
we
know.
see that.
Yeah, they were not great.
You'll have to look at it later.
Yeah.
And but I would say they were phenomenal moves. I don't know what you're talking
Okay.
about. Yeah.
What
We're being
bands?
sarcastic a little
I
bit
know,
there.
just a little. What bands or artists have influenced your sound the most?
For me, I don't know about my sound, but stage presence wise, I would say July Talk. They're so intense and they like get everybody involved. And like that's the aspiration is to eventually like open for July Talk for me anyway.
Ooh, there we go, throwing it out again. Love that. Love it. No, seriously, do it as much as you want.
Throw it out.
Make it happen.
I think for me personally, and this is where it gets kind of interesting. I grew up. I'm a little bit older, 44, and I grew up like listening to like Radiohead and stuff that's like sort of almost classic rock at this point. Love all that old stuff, but also really into stuff like I don't know, Bahamas, Tiff said, July Talk, Peter Dreams. I just love really good music, and there's all sorts of different kinds. I like hip hop too. I think there's various things you can draw from. I think a band that I realized we don't sound exactly like them or anything, but there's some kind of a continuity in terms of like the beat and the way the songs come out is Interpol. I feel like we have like Interpol vibes, in a weird
Especially
way.
Wired World.
Because like Tiff kind of likes to like rap a little bit almost sometimes, and it's similar to like what their vibe. And sometimes I'm like, oh, we kind of sound like a lesbian version of Interpol.
Everything's a lesbian version of it. Whatever.
Interpol's amazing. I love Interpol.
For me, I'd probably say like
Sorry.
piano wise, something like Linkin Park. Like I like the little riffs that they have going in their songs, and I listened to that a lot growing up. For our vibe, I'd have to say No Doubt, like the old school No Doubt,
Oh,
look
good
good
shit,
and
like
stuff.
that.
We've actually been told by some people that certain ones of their songs are like No Doubt a little bit.
Like Tragic Kingdom, no doubt, or even older than that.
Yeah,
Okay.
that works too.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think that's
So it's like,
pretty accurate.
something that's kind of danceable, but it's still got some rock to it. And depending on the song, like Wired World, I think is more on the alternative side, but we have a song that people love whenever we play it called Pretty Little Princess. And it's like repetitive.
I would say that's No Doubt, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
very, very No
that's
Doubt-esque,
good.
and everyone dances to it, and it's a lot of people's favorites.
The sax helps on that too.
And yeah, we got the sax on there too.
Nice.
For myself, I would say just growing up in New Brunswick, I spent a lot of time driving around with my dad, and my dad would just play a lot of classic rock for him, which was, your Boston. He thinks Phil Collins' pop era is one of the greatest eras of music in all time. So I listened to a lot of him growing up, and it's just a lot of his subconscious at that point. But my own taste of music, I'm really like into the 80s, like Dinosaur Jr. and more like Sonic Youth stuff. But then I also discovered Modest Mouse, and I really got into that with the indie like progression of the beat constantly going through. Have I reached that level yet? Not yet, but I would like to aspire to that. I think that's what
We
it
have so
is.
many aspirations.
Well, you guys started me on this drumming journey I'm on, so I got to progress for you guys.
Duncan?
I listened to a lot of jazz in high school, but then like got into more stuff like funk, soul, R&B. In terms of this style, I didn't like. There's sort of a bit of a gear shift to fit my sax into this band, but I'm making it work. So I don't have a good answer into what inspired me for that's the sort of stuff I play in this. I think In Excess was one of the bands I could think of that
Oh, yeah.
became the closest that had sax.
Yeah.
Yes, because they had a sax player. That's right. Yeah.
Very
Remember
good.
when we were starting with Duncan, you sort of asked me like what vibe are you looking for, and I was like less blues, more evil sax. And I showed him the sax part. I don't know if you guys ever heard the song "National Anthem" by Radiohead.
Oh,
It's got the
Of course.
bump, 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 and I was like, that's what I want. And that was, I mean, I don't know if that resonated with Duncan, but that was my sort of thinking.
At
National.
first, I
Anthem's
was
a
like,
great
everything was
song.
just sounding jazz and blues, and like, okay, this wasn't fitting. Like, I was watching some In Excess ones, and then there was one like I was watching like, okay, like I'm trying to do this like fancy solo, and then like, okay, this guy's just making weird noises on the sax and rolling around on the floor. So maybe I'm overthinking things a bit.
Yeah. In Excess is
We
like
did not
a
have a
good,
good answer
good
for
reference.
that. That was all
Yeah.
over the place.
Yeah, I love that.
We all have our different vibes, and I think we all bring something into the band.
How do
Absolutely.
we get it wrong?
We're all nerds. That's
We're individuals. That's how it is on that point. We're
Yeah, he's right.
He-
Exactly that.
He is right.
Is there a song on the catalog that means the most personally?
Like our new song, but I don't know if it means anything.
which one?
Our new song that we
your
recently
one?
wrote is called Make You Wet. Wrote it for the lesbians. And I really like it because they get really excited.
And when we're on the stage, we had these tiny water guns, and we actually like on the beat would squirt at the people in the crowd, and it's very danceable too. Though, like regardless of the theme of the song, it's got a really cool sax part, and everyone was dancing along. And
I don't know if it's meaningful, but I like wrote it for the intention of our audience to enjoy
Yeah.
it. So I think that's meaningful to me. I don't know.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah.
Just don't dance on the wet floor.
Yeah, be careful. Be careful on when you're making people wet.
It's a hazard.
I actually, for me, it's like we have a song called Self Sabotage, and the lyrics, like it was one that was written by the other woman, Heather, that I mentioned earlier. And I thought I never really listened to the lyrics that much until after we recorded it. I realized, oh, wow, this is like pretty insightful and kind of speaks to me as someone who tends to maybe self sabotage sometimes, as evidenced in this interview.
Yeah, touche.
For myself, it's just Galaxy Love.
Galaxy
Galaxy
Love.
Love for me, just the way that it just builds up on itself on that point. Starts off quiet, and then it just keeps building and building on that point with Duncan's sax solo, which he always crushes, and then we just keep evolving that sound, getting a little bit more and more. It's especially since it's one of our slower songs, it calms me down. Hits, which helps when we're off stage and when we're playing.
It's the most dynamic for sure.
Yeah.
I feel like we don't have any of these songs out yet. Like, I feel like we have to send them to them so they can listen to them and understand what
For
we're
the
talking
money.
about.
Please do.
or they could
Please
come
do.
see us play at the
Yeah, we're
the
playing
Rainbow
on the
Lounge
14th.
June 14th.
So you could see us play them.
Excuse me. I think I've seen you guys at least 3 times.
Yeah, but
So-
we're better now. We're better.
Oh, okay. Because you were terrible the last time. Just terrible the
Yeah,
last
that's
time.
all Dawg was saying. About these guys on there terrible.
Yeah, and that Duncan guy, can he play a sax?
Yeah.
No,
That's a joke. We're joking. Not
No, it's
terrible.
not a joke.
Yeah,
He can actually
lovely.
play a sax.
I know he can.
Yeah.
Here we go.
I don't think they're terrible. Let's get back to what we were doing here.
The
What are
interview?
we doing here?
I think this is a podcast.
I don't know.
I took psychedelics earlier, so I don't know.
Oh,
what's going on.
man. they're seeping through your shirt. How has the Ottawa music scene helped to shape Runaway Kit?
I feel like everyone in the scene is very like kind and welcoming. They all want to get on each other's bills and like play more shows. There's lots of musicians that go out to other musician shows to show support. I don't know. I think that's pretty much.
It's really the support that comes through, and just how we've already played with a few bands already. Like we're playing with Griffin again. Like there was just really good people to play with, and even just because I keep forgetting names, Those Who we played.
Yeah, Those Who,
The
the
very-
Loch Ness Monster as well.
Veritones a couple times were
Veritones.
awesome bands. Yeah, and like I grew up sort of playing in bands in the St. Catharines or Niagara music scene when I was younger, and doing this Ottawa scene is something special. I honestly think I got connected to this music scene since we started playing, and there's so many great people, and they're so supportive, and like it's awesome. It's great.
Yeah,
I have to give a shout out to the open mic scene because that's where I found this band. But
True.
there's an open mic every night of the week, sometimes more than one. So if you want to just play some music, meet some musicians, like I have friends that said, "Hey, I wrote some songs. What can I do?" I'm like, just go to an open mic. Even if it's bad, people will still cheer you on. They'll help you out. They often have musicians that are just there with like a bass and a cajon, and
Like
they're ready to jump on.
Portage.
Top shirt
Yeah.
on the Quebec side on Monday night,
Boy
or
on,
Boy on
Boy
Wednesdays.
Wednesdays. Those,
Yeah.
those are the best ones. I think.
They're super
Nice.
awesome. And the Sad Girl Cafe is pretty great too. Like I like the idea of encouraging female musicians to kind of get out
Yes.
there. So I was always wowed by the open mic nights all over town.
Yeah.
We have a few, that's for sure.
Yes.
What local bands should people be paying attention to right now besides Runaway Kit?
Definitely Griffin or GRFN
Yeah.
is what they're calling themselves. And they have a trumpet player, which is pretty fantastic. Keyboard player.
They wear spacesuits.
They wear
sometimes.
spacesuits during their performances. I feel like when we played with them, we kind of like forced them to wear the spacesuits again by bringing it up, and then they felt obligated.
We also have
It's really good.
some good friends in bands like Casual Tragedies,
It's-
Teenage Fiction.
Fiction.
They're pretty great. Although I think Sandy moved away, but they're still playing shows. Still Life in the Streets, the Veritones. What was the other band we played with the other night?
Those
Those
Who.
Who.
Those Who was
Oh,
really good.
What was the other? I can't remember the other band's name.
This Hell with You. Is that
Seen so many shows in the last couple of years that like it's almost hard to keep track of, but I'm continually like I prefer going to these local shows than going to like a big show at the TD Place or something like that. There's so many good bands here.
Plus, you can interact with bands
Yeah.
before they become famous. So,
Mhm.
Again, it's all about that support that's in the Ottawa music scene.
Yeah.
It's true.
Oh,
It's very true. We
Satellite
see it too.
Birdhouse.
Satellite Bird
yeah.
Sound like
is really
Birdhouse,
good.
Escape
Yeah.
Society.
You know, they're
pretty good.
brilliant. We love them both.
Yeah. They're all awesome. We've interviewed some people that just blow our mind, like similar to what you're doing right now. But the amount of and that wasn't a smart ass comment this time, but the talent. And I remember Dylan from Marble Ghost was like, the scene is reminding him of that Seattle scene in the 90s where a lot of those bands were kind of friends, and then they all supported each other, and then of course blew up. We're yet to see that here in Ottawa, but I could see it. There's a few big bands coming out that are from
There's somebody's
Ottawa,
going to break the glass ceiling here. We've said that many, many times, and it's just going to help everybody. Because, the Ottawa bands bring each other up. You're not stepping on anybody to get to where you are. Everybody's bringing everybody up, and let's go for the ride. Let's break the ceiling and get Ottawa even more on the map than we should be. We're not a town we're not a boring place to be.
No.
Honestly, we are not.
No, and
I've got a good-
and then we get
got a good
famous.
anecdote on
Then we
that.
get really
Come on.
famous too. Like that's the key part of this, right?
Just as a small aside or anecdote, I have a twin brother who lives in Toronto. He's sort of plugged into the Toronto music scene. He came up here to play bass for somebody that was opening for Colorado at Club Saw when they were playing a few days, and him and his bandmates were like, "Holy shit, this Ottawa music scene is like so much more like positive and supportive." And all of them said that, and it kind of shocked me. I was like, oh, you kind of take it for granted. So I think that's worth pointing out. Everybody thinks Toronto's the place to be, but maybe it's not.
Agreed.
Everybody keeps saying, like, anyone who said Ottawa is a boring place, they either come from Toronto or they just don't know what boring is. They haven't found out what
They don't go out
interesting-
enough.
They don't know
That's
what the
probably-
interesting scenes are on that point. I grew up in New Brunswick. I know what boring is.
I feel you on the
Yeah.
Chocolate.
I grew up in Chalk River. There's nothing to do there. There's no bars. There's no nothing.
Fair.
I can in Toronto, and I would say Ottawa's not boring.
Yeah, I lived in Toronto as well. So yeah.
Yeah, same. Yeah, I'll say we're not boring at all.
Nope.
What's your favorite venue so far to play?
I feel like Rainbow Bistro for me. The stage is big. Everybody's friendly.
Good
Club
sound.
Saw was pretty sweet.
Club
Oh,
Saw
good.
was cool. It's just a little expensive to rent is part of it.
And I found the fact that people, the one complaint I got about Club Saw from some of the people who attended was that if you want to get a drink, you actually have to go behind the bar, and you can't see the stage.
That
from
is
behind the
true. I
bar.
love that.
So it's like you have to hurry up and get your drink and then get back out there.
That's a very valid point. That is.
My favorite so far has been the 27 Club that we played last week on Thursday. I had never played there before, and
It was pretty good.
I really liked
Yeah.
the layout, the fact that it's kind of long, that people can stand further back and still hear, and the acoustics were good.
Yeah, actually, that's true. It sounded good on stage.
Nice.
If you could put together your dream Ottawa concert lineup, who's in it?
I mean, like, I think for me, it would definitely be GRFN because, like, now we're playing with them for the second time, and they kind of really came through for us to help us with the show we organized at Club Saw, and they brought out a lot of people, and they're just such nice people with great energy. I think the Veritones as well. They're just like
They're
just
also
really
really
chill
chill.
dudes
Yeah.
that are just like fun to sit in the green room with, and they just rock really hard and sweat a lot.
That's because you spell a lot.
I'll still throw in those who just their sounds.
Yeah, it's very
When they-
unique guitar parts.
It-
Their
they
drummer is
Yeah.
awesome.
jam, and it's just
And the guitar player kind of looks like Napoleon Dynamite.
He does look like Napoleon.
And he brought us flowers.
I told him that.
Not only flowers, he brought Pokemon cards to rip.
Yes.
Yeah, we did rip some Pokemon cards. I was very excited.
Again, that's the support.
All right.
Can't find one. Sure.
So remember that when we, Pokemon cards.
And Mecha of Stank.
And Mecco Stank, yeah, with Duncan.
With Duncan, yeah.
Yeah.
Rapid fire? Or what?
Yes, sir. Rapid fire. Let's go.
You go first.
Dream opening act.
Like us opening for someone or
Yep,
someone opening?
Yep. You're opening for somebody. What's your dream?
Opening for July Talk. That's for me.
I
Yeah,
agree, but
yeah.
I say not July Talk. I say Peter Dreams on solo stuff.
All
With
right.
Moon River.
Yes,
Yeah, I
with
would
Moon
also
River,
do that as
yes.
well.
I'll throw Alanis Morissette in there. She's from Ottawa.
She
I
is.
don't love her.
That she
Actually,
is.
I know I
She's
sound like
wonderful.
her.
Yeah.
But
also Bahamas. I'm really into Bahamas these days, and we're gonna go see them this year. So
Just because I know you mentioned at one point Metric.
Well, yeah,
Well,
Metric would be cool.
yeah,
Ooh.
I think that would.
Sweet,
Go over very
sweet
well.
Toronto band. Very good Toronto
Yeah.
band.
What about you, Duncan? You're gonna like say something random.
I don't have an answer to that.
There's no band.
He's
you
like,
wanna
I don't
open for?
listen to any music like ours. Like, at dance with this.
Yeah, something.
He's like, I'm good with whatever.
In excess.
I think just because of how like we are all different. Oh my God, words just do not process in my brain. How we all come from like backgrounds and such. I'll throw in also broken social scene.
Yeah, yeah.
Broken
Just because they're all
social
just a collective of like 22 different people who all make music together. It was just that.
Nice. Sounds like a good festival.
That's a good concert I
Yeah.
go to.
Dream festival to play at.
There you go.
What was the dream festival?
What?
What is the dream festival that you could play?
I'll answer that quickly. I'm from St. Catharines. For me, it's Cicada Fest. Tiff and I went there last year, and it was just such a cool vibe on Henley Island. Broken Social Scene was there. They actually headlined. Your Dreams, a few other people. Just such a vibe. But also Blues Fest. I don't know what you guys.
Yeah, Blues Fest, I feel like is the next goal. We're gonna be releasing like a few singles over the course of this year, with hopes to have good festival applications. I feel like it's on the horizon,
Mhm.
and then it's only up from there.
Oceania, come on. It's Montreal. It's not that far.
New
one,
Brunswick
too.
and I'm Music Festival, so Blues Fest.
Blues Fest, yeah.
Nice. And Duncan's going to play the Blues Festival.
Yeah, he's playing Blues Fest, so
Already
he's already
hanged out.
manifested that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's out. Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Yeah, yeah.
That's it. Well,
he's
I mean,
moving on.
he's going to be, Burning Man or something down in California.
Oh, nice. Psychedelics again.
There we go.
Yes.
We're all best road trip album.
You guys are gonna say Radiohead.
No.
Hybrid Theory, Linkin Park.
I would also listen to that on the road trip. Yeah, I would go with that.
Coke Machine Glow by Gordon.
Songs for the Dead.
Oh.
Yes. Love that.
Songs for the Dead. Queens of
That's
Stone
a good one too, though.
Yeah.
Nice.
How far are we tracking? I feel like.
Well, it's our tour across Canada that we'll do one day, right?
What about you, Duggan? Is there a full album?
I don't know. I just forgot all albums.
Love that.
Sure is.
I feel like he has a lot of time to think about what his solo is going to be before he gets to it.
Yeah. No, I love that. It's a cool dynamic. That's for sure. Most underrated band.
That's
That's a tough question.
The only one that comes to mind right now is the Pretty Reckless. Like, I don't know.
Ooh.
It was the girl that played in Gossip Girl that she left that show.
Taylor Mumson.
Yeah, then sings in an awesome band, and I kind of lost track of them for a few years, but then they're opening up a new venue in Ottawa called History. That's going to happen in a couple months, and they're coming to play. So I was like, oh, that's sick. Like, I'm excited to go see them again.
Yeah, I know this is gonna sound like a weird answer because they're a popular band, but like I used to think 5440 was kind of lame, and then I saw them at Festival in Niagara
was
last
really
year,
good.
and they just rocked in a way where I was like, wow, this is special. So to me, like I think a lot of younger people kind of write some of that music off a bit, but it's like there's a reason why those guys have been around forever.
Mhm.
And yeah,
A lot of underrated bands from Canada. That's for sure.
I don't know. I can't even think of one. Like,
Runaway Kit.
yeah, we're
Runaway
underrated.
Kit.
I'll say this too. Again, another St. Catharines sort of reference, but like I'm not into like hardcore or heavy stuff, but I really do like Alexis on Fire. Kind of
Like-
grew up with people who really grew up with that scene, and
Big difference.
That's a
and I was
No.
we were playing a show the other night, and the band that was opening for this was like into them playing it before we started, and I was like, oh man, this is such good shit. Even if you don't like heavy music like that, they've got some great tunes, and
Mhm.
I think they just wrote some new music actually, so that's pretty exciting.
Yeah.
Cool. Coffee or beer before a show?
Beer.
Here.
That was easy.
I don't like beer, so an
Tequila.
iced coffee. Then
An iced
I
coffee.
also like hot
For
coffee.
your cold hard.
So
Oh,
Burn.
Just tea for me.
Yeah, tea for Duncan. Duncan only drinks tea.
That's fine, Duncan. So do I. I got you.
Worst gig food.
So worst and best is, and it's not open anymore, RIP the Coven, but hot dogs at the Coven.
That is true, yeah.
Awesome. Or the
But then
You're
you
like,
eat
you're like, this is so good. And then after, you're like, well, why did I eat that?
I think every hot
the
dog's like
worst.
that.
I had one on the way here.
Did you have a hot dog?
Yeah, I stopped at the gas station, got myself a gas station hot dog.
I hope that's
Just
not
put my
I hope that-
kid through college.
Eh,
That's a Simpsons reference.
Oh, that's a,
I would say
that's a
like,
great reference. I like
maybe chili or something. So we're all partying on the stage.
yeah,
Are
yeah.
you planning on eating?
No, I'm not. But that's probably
Chili
the
dog.
worst.
Chili
You don't want me to
dog.
stand behind you. That's what you do.
Nice.
One musician you'd love to jam with.
Peter James, for sure.
Me, Champagne James Robertson.
Oh, yeah.
Who plays in Dwayne Gretzky sometimes. And
Oh, nice.
Moon
Moon
River.
River.
And, like, he just smiles the whole time he's playing. Just looks like such a nice guy.
He's
Just-
having such a good
he's
time.
got the tastiest licks. Champagne James all day.
There you go.
I like the
You
term
guys
tasty
don't have
licks.
anyone?
I would jam so many people I can't narrow it down to one. I just want to learn
Just
all
anyone.
my things.
Nice. One city you want to play next?
Montreal.
Toronto.
Montreal.
Guys, you can jump outside of Canada. You're okay
Anywhere
with
in
that,
the
right?
world.
Like,
You could go to like Berlin.
That's seriously Montreal for me.
I mean, like maybe I don't know, maybe like New York City or something.
Yeah, New
There you
York would be
go.
cool.
there you go.
Yeah.
I always like the Boston music scene.
See,
Boston
now we're
is
thinking.
awesome.
Now we're thinking a little bit more outside of just
Baston.
Ottawa, Ontario and Quebec.
Aerosmith from Baston.
That is true. I feel like we're just like thinking about our path forward right now.
Mhm.
So we're like,
I'm thinking about
whatever's close.
I'm thinking about have to work and
Yeah.
take time off work.
Okay, Europe.
I mean, it's worth taking time off if you're going somewhere like that.
Seriously.
He doesn't have a Runaway Kit pack.
Oh yeah.
80s and 90s.
What's next for Runaway Kit in 2026?
I feel like we answered it.
Well, we got the 4 songs that are coming up
Yeah.
very soon.
Yeah.
That's going to be released.
Mhm.
We got a show coming up in a couple of, like next week, in Sunday,
Mhm.
This weekend.
this weekend,
June
Yeah.
14th.
June 14th.
Yeah. We're hoping to plan like maybe a bit of a bigger show in the fall at some point. But we're still working on that.
Well, and to your last question, I think we are trying to currently figure out a way to do a show in Montreal or Toronto. We sort of have some contacts and trying to figure that out.
Good.
Just playing in another city because that's something we really haven't done.
I feel like also I want to get better at social media content because I feel like that's where all bands have to head at this point.
Yes.
But it's so hard to keep on top of that stuff and
Mhm.
have everyone get involved
Mhm.
You
because
do a
it's like
great
on
job.
top of
Mhm.
doing the weekly band practices. It's like, hey, I also want to videotape you. So
I'll stick to my spreadsheets. So you can
Yeah.
do the social media.
I think our bigger goal is just to keep turning heads on that point.
turning heads.
When we played with the Listros, there's a lot of people that came out, didn't hear us before. Oh my God. They didn't hear of us before, and then they walked away with a couple of shirts for ours. So
Right. And honestly, every time we get to go on a stage and play music for that amount of time, the logistics suck sometimes and dealing with everything else and load-ins and sound check, but
like you're
it's,
playing.
it's the best feeling ever, right? Like
Mhm.
I would do it for free and
That's the
I
true.
feel so
drive.
fortunate to be able to do this. So
Nice.
I like to
Man.
joke that like teenage Noemi would be really proud of me.
Yeah.
Because I would have never thought that I'd be in a band that actually performs and plays at shows and records songs and publishes them.
Great.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, very
They're
cool.
very long answers for rapid fire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not so rapid fire. That's what we should go.
We lost. That's okay.
Well-
80s or 90s. That was a decade of music.
I think 90s, yeah. Even though I like 80s.
I have to go 90s too, yeah.
Oh, I want to say 80s just because a lot of the 90s wouldn't exist if it weren't for the 80s, if it weren't for the Pixies, the Dinosaur Jr. and Sonic Youth. And just, oh my God, that's so hard.
Okay, you love it all.
But that wasn't the question. That's 80s or 90s.
I would say
Okay.
80s then.
I'm going for the 80s too.
Yeah.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, guys.
That
Nice.
funk and disco and all of that.
Yeah, true.
What about you guys? 80s or 90s?
I'm 90s. he's
I'm 80s.
That's why we ask. We ask everybody. We've asked every single person.
It's like are you like voting? Like a
Yeah, he's
tally
kicking my
entry?
ass.
I don't know, man.
It's
There's
coming.
been a lot of 80s coming back.
You get an all-time tally.
The thing
Yeah,
is,
the
we
spreadsheet on this with some graphs.
You could have like a little tally that just pops up when you
can you
ask
make a
the question.
graph for us, please? I'd like a
Dude,
bar
I
graph.
would.
I
Send
would
me the
say,
data.
I would say it's probably like 135 to about 65.
Thank you so much.
Would you say that's would you say that's pretty
I don't know, man.
pretty close?
Yeah,
Anyway.
2/3, 1/3 split. That's
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
I'm
this-
so, I'm so-
But it's like Gus loves the 90s hip hop, the 90s grunge. I love the 90s country, but I love everything 80s. So
And I
And we-
like it. And I like 80s. I like New Order and
Michael Jackson, you have to say that.
Depeche Mode. And
Yeah.
like
The
Yeah,
best
yeah.
ones.
That is true.
Oh,
yeah.
And
I'm
we
down with those.
excluded the 60s and 70s because we know they crashed. Like they're just so good that we don't even want to put them in the mix.
Yeah,
But
that's fair.
yeah, that's the reason we do it. And
Where can people follow, stream, and support you guys?
Well, we have a website, Runaway Kit. That's a little newsletter. I'm proud of it because I made our first
Yeah.
newsletter a couple weeks
It
ago.
looks good.
It's I think Instagram is probably where we post the most right now. We do have a Facebook, but it's kind of an older crowd on Facebook nowadays. Younger people are on Instagram.
But we're hoping to like open up more avenues because I feel like you have to do that. Is basically post everywhere. We like, just started the TikTok, which I don't have anything
Yes.
posted
But
yet.
that's fun, the wired world.
Yeah, but like slow going. You know,
YouTube Shorts. That's where you're.
YouTube Shorts.
YouTube Shorts as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's like if you make it on TikTok, you can just share it to everything automatically. So you like put it somewhere, have it go everywhere.
Yeah.
There's
So
an
we're
app-
slowly going to be on everything, but for now, I would say Instagram is probably the best place.
Yeah.
There's a app called Metric Cool that you can use that will get you everywhere.
Oh.
Just so you know,
Good to
it's
know.
one stop shop. Final message from the Dawg and Gus listeners.
for the Dawg Gus listeners.
I said 4. Did
I
I?
said from.
4.
We'll go back on the tape.
What? That's our final message. Always have your runaway kit ready,
Yes.
ready to
Nothing-
go.
You never
That's
know when you're gonna need a piano.
Yeah. In your kit.
I just to be on a less jokey tone, I think like, thanks to anyone who's come out to see us play and wants to or might run into us in the future. This music scene here in Ottawa is something special, and I feel lucky to be part of it. And I think there's a lot of great bands, so come out and see some shows.
Exactly.
Whether it's us or some of the bands.
We have fans that come out like consistently, like every single one of their shows. I think
Yeah,
I've
man.
seen some of them there, and they're still gonna keep coming. So like,
Mhm.
thanks for that.
It's
Yeah,
fantastic.
for sure.
Great message.
On a sidebar, when you guys get the new music recorded, please send it to me at bekindradio.com because we have a radio station, an
Okay.
internet radio station, and I play local stuff every Tuesday.
He does.
We could send it to you like today. So yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, we'll send it to you today. It won't be
Fine.
even on streaming platforms yet.
Yeah.
So
Seriously,
you'll get the
just send
first
it to
play.
me. I'm playing my new stuff tomorrow. I got a few new songs from a few groups here in Ottawa that will be playing up tomorrow on the Doghouse Sessions.
Yes.
Okay. All right.
So
Yeah.
please send it.
Between
Exactly.
between 6 and 8 on Tuesdays at www.bekindраdio.com.
And then there's kind of another show after mine that's not as important, but it's, it's
Yeah, that's why I didn't bring it up.
Yeah.
Okay. But
it's
listen,
it's his show.
we love you guys. Thanks so much for joining us, and appreciate your candor and having fun with us. It
And
was
for
a great
waiting,
show.
because
Yeah.
that was.
Oh, yeah, and your patience.
This was really fun. I was a bit like, what are
You
we
didn't
doing?
want to do this.
I didn't really want to do
Most
it.
fun?
I had the most fun. Thank you. Guys are great.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for having us.
Thank
Yeah,
you
that
guys.
was good.
Good times, boys and girls.
Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus, Dawg and Gus.